But when it comes to Jerry Sloan and Darren Williams, who do you think was wrong in that whole deal? Now that both of them are gone, everybody's out the pasture. Who was wrong? The coach trying to put his foot down and keep in.
You have to
system.
respect authority. So I give Darren Williams wrong.
But what if it wasn't working? What if he had a honest complaint?
Mind you, Utah has been a winning organization for, 14 plus years?
Yeah.
So, obviously, whatever Jerry Snow was doing was working. So, he felt that it was
But they
working.
didn't win a title.
I agree. But they
At
still
some
are
point-
winning an organization. But you just can't come, Darren Williams, this is third, fourth year in the league. You just can't just come in the league just thinking you could change everything. Yes, these are changing times, but I think Grammy knows better.
Okay, well, let me say it like this.
Grandpa.
We said 14 years, right?
Yeah.
Let's suppose 14 years, you were in 14 weddings. Always a bridesmaid. Even a couple years, you were the maid of honor. But you were never the bride. Never got that ring that you wanted to get.
That speaks about me. That speaks highly about me.
So that means it's something that you are not doing right. Everybody
I'm
wants...
not doing.
Everybody wants that ring.
Or maybe you're doing a very good job and you don't have good enough players.
Maybe. You could blame it on the GM. But then you had Darren Williams. Come on, they had John Stockton and Karl Malone.
Karen
but
Linko.
they
you
were
had all
around.
these guys.
That's the area of Jordan. Jordan stopped a lot of guys from getting rings. And the 2 years Jordan didn't play, Kareem Olajuwon lucky and sneak those two in there.
See, so that was their
He
chance.
did him a favor. I think they cut a deal.
See, so that was their chance right then. But you know what? Let's take a quick break. Once again, the numbers are 352-3984 and 352-3985. When we come back, we're going to talk about something that breaks my heart. The Miami Heat who are falling apart before my very eyes. We'll be back.
Melted East.
When you wake up in the morning and you're feeling hungry, just come to Burger King. We gon' satisfy your needs. Your bacon or sausage with the egg and cheese, or you can have it all. Yeah, get the double meat. Look at sandwiches, bagels, or buttery biscuits. Ooh, what a breakfast! You don't wanna miss this. OJ, coffee, or just plain tea. Man, I love Burger King 'cause they give you what you need. At BK, you can have it your way. You can have it your way at Burger King every day.
Round pick.
And welcome back to Beyond the Score. And right now, we're going to talk about the Miami Heat and what happened over the weekend. Something that I don't believe should have happened. Well, let's even start it from early on in the week. The Miami Heat had a game against the Chicago Bulls. Derrick Rose, LeBron James, the two top, who will probably be finished 1-2 in the MVP voting. And down the stretch, close game, Miami lost. Okay, you chalked that one up. Chicago's a good team. Okay. Then last night, they played the New York
Chicago
Knicks.
was beaten every
Wait, but they played the New York Knicks, who has just formed.
a team.
Yeah, just threw it together. What, being about 3 days? They were together, 3-4 days.
Mm-hmm.
And in the clutch, end of the game, the Heat fold. Can't stop the New York Knicks. So my question is, well, let me say it like this. You can only give me the same excuse so many times. At the start of the season, they told me, oh, well, it's because we just got together and we haven't meshed together yet. You know, that's the problem. Once we mesh, everything is going to work out.
I think they used gel.
Yeah, we'll gel together. So, it's been more than a half a season, about 20 games left in the season. And New York, who just put their team together, their big three, beat you. They didn't gel. They beat you. So, what's the excuse now? Can somebody give me an excuse to why this keeps happening?
Well, I could try to formulate one to defend my team. I don't think we talked about New York being a team where they have a true point guard now.
Mm-hmm.
Amari gets to gel more in his natural position as a center, along with filling up a hole and get easy scoring plays. Because now you have Carmelo, because I think Carmelo been leading in scores since he went there, right?
Yeah.
So it frees up these players to be more relaxed because they're in their comfort zone. Now, what I think happens in Miami is, only the excuses now, because this is my team. When the Heat play and they get together, when one player starts to play well, everybody backs off. I think if Bosch has a big game, it usually shows on Wade. And if Wade doesn't play to be the leader of the team, which I truly think he's supposed to be and is, we always falter. Like in that Knicks game, how much he got? Like 12 points
Yeah,
maybe?
12 points.
And then the game when we lost to Chicago, how much points he had then?
Not that much. I can't remember.
Every time we lose a big game to a competitor, Dwayne Wade falters. When we play good, Dwayne Wade plays good. And I think it falls on Dwayne Wade. LeBron James has been taking the responsibility and trying to step up that level, but he can't because it's Dwayne Wade team. And as Dwayne Wade goes, Miami Heat goes.
And I think in a way, they always build it as Dwayne Wade is supposed to be the scorer. So
Stop making excuses. These guys are professional basketball players. They need to come out there every night. Stop watching each other. If LeBron get 20, Wade should try to get 20.
And that when they win when it's like that.
Exactly.
But anytime
stop
you
watching
see,
each other and
if
stop
you see,
easing up.
if you see,
Play ball,
I
which you're being
completely
paid to play.
agree.
yeah, and when Bosch gets 20, we fall off.
speaking of Bosch getting
The
20,
big three should score big threes.
in the Chicago game, Chris Bosch, 1 for 18.
You call him a big three.
One for
two and a half.
18. 1 for 18.
2 1/4.
We have
I could go to the NBA now and shoot better than 1 for 18.
I wouldn't talk with me.
Come on, you could close your eyes and probably hit more than 1 for 18.
That's what I want. You being paid to hit a jumper. You know, if I had an easy job like that,
Jumpers, layups. Come on, but come on, at least give me 2. You can't give me 2? Something?
Miami Heat is starting to look like Cleveland all over again.
I mean, where
that's
everybody's
my
just
team.
looking at LeBron.
they did the same thing in Chicago with Jordan. You know, they
Everybody-
stand around, but they were ready to shoot.
Exactly.
He
and at
built his
least-
team around Paxson and all those guys, Steve Kerr.
But the team was built around Dwayne, and Dwayne isn't stepping up to the plate, in my opinion.
Because Dwayne has games where he'll put up the big numbers and the team just blows the other teams out the water. And see, that's the problem that I have with Miami. They were leading New York
Y'all
by
win
about
much close.
16.
Yeah, they had like a 16-0 run going into the half.
And then you still lose. What's that?
I realized watching your games or us watching the scores, when y'all up by 20 and 30 points,
We get lazy.
y'all get lazy. Like when you look at the final score, y'all might win by 9,
Yeah.
right? So what I go say is, well, y'all need to blow these teams out. Y'all need to win by 50.
Now, is it because
Just
that when
keep
the
your lead.
Heat, is it because that when the Heat rests
Their
the big
players.
3, we have nobody else who can score?
And they lose the momentum of the
And
game.
that's
Yeah.
going to be a problem in playoffs.
Of course it's going to... See, the only thing that maybe soothes me a little bit is where Boston isn't as healthy as they should be and where Kendrick Perkins is out of town. So now that bully factor is in there.
Shaq is going to be the bully.
Blasphemy.
I'm
back
going to
with
be
Shaq
on
again?
this show now. I'm going to be a Barkley. I'm going to say what's on my mind. Shaq is going to be the bully, and you at the end of the day, you guys are going to say Wonder was right.
Listen, the last time Shaq was a bully was at the buffet line. He hasn't been a bully on the court this season. He's had a couple nice games. He may give you 15 points a game here, give you 12 here, but, you know, nothing major.
You only need major to win these days. Just play your role.
See, but when you look at the Heat's record, also when you talk about these close games, in games of 3 points or less, meaning either team wins by 3 points or less, the Heat are 2-6. If you look at the other teams, Boston is 7-4, Chicago is 5-4, Oklahoma City 9-4. The Lakers are even at least 3-3. San Antonio is 7-1. You know, right now I'm going to take time out and give some love to the San Antonio Spurs.
Big up Ginobili.
Right now, they look like the best pick. If they stay healthy,
See, but I'm going to agree with my husband on that one. He says he don't want no bandwagons that cause to jinx their team's
No.
chemistry. So leave the Spurs alone. Let them ride under the radar.
no, see, I was told that we must give respect where respect is due.
Yes,
San Antonio has been flying under the radar, so now you are on the radar.
that's what's going to make the downfall. There's only what 22 games left in the season.
Yeah, just about.
Because I think if you look at it from the All-Star break, it's supposed to be 25, and you left with like 4 games already gone, so it's about 21, 22 games left in the season.
Yeah. I see San Antonio already has 49 games under their
And
belt.
San Antonio is a good team, right? And I believe people don't prepare to play San Antonio. And
No.
San Antonio beats them. But in a 7-game series, how deadly do you think San Antonio is? Against a young team.
Once they stick to
Look
the
at the-
fundamentals,
But what about it? Fundamentals win you on offense.
Yeah.
yeah,
But fundamentals on defense, if I'm quicker than you, is nothing you can do.
yeah, follow you.
But then you order the game.
No,
No.
you see, that's
Fine,
Wanda's
slow-
mantra.
Yeah, but
Fine,
see,
you-
but at the same time,
You think you can run circles
San
around
Antonio
me?
doesn't play defense like that. They don't play that rough, tough, knock you down, foul you
Yes,
defense.
you want to see play.
Oh, that's one player. See, that's like the Kendrick
And if you go close to Ginobili and you blow, he fall down.
flop.
He deserve an Oscar.
See, but he gets some of those calls.
Yeah, he get
He
him.
get that
He
respect.
him.
But San Antonio is a very good team, and the fundamentals is all we get there. And that's why I think New York will play good because they have a sound point guard and everybody's in their role. Anytime you see those teams would have a good fundamentals and a solid point guard, they tend to fare
Tony
good.
Parker, yeah, he is.
I kind of think Tony Parker's overrated. I have never been on the Tony
Just
Parker
mad.
train.
He just mad because of
No,
Evil.
I'm not mad because I don't even watch that show. So I don't know any Desperate Housewives or any of those shows. I just don't like Tony Parker. I'm not impressed. Sorry. I prefer Chris Paul. I prefer Darren Williams. Anyone? Russell Westbrook. I just don't like Tony Parker. I'm sorry.
Rajon Rondo.
No, I don't like Rajon Rondo. I need a point guard who
I
can shoot.
think, I think Rondo is
I
overrated.
bet you like him in Miami.
Because we wouldn't need him to shoot.
I bet you like him on another team.
Okay, see, I'll give Rondo props. Rondo has never shot 1 for 18. Never.
'Cause he don't shoot.
Yeah, he does what he gets paid for. When you're on a team with a bunch of scores, give
Yeah.
him the ball.
But if you had your choice of picking point guards, would you pick Rondo
Over who?
over anybody? Where would you?
It depends on my
Do you
team.
think he's one of the top 5 point guards in the league?
It depends on what type of team I have. I don't think he's one of the top 5, but if I have a good team of a lot of players, but like let's say I have an all-star team of guys,
Okay.
I need someone to equally dish the ball so everybody don't get mad. I pick Rondo
See, now
or
watch.
Steve Nash.
No, I'm gonna give.
Big up
I'm
the
gonna
Bulls.
give
Yes,
my
yeah,
boys
big up
some
the
love
Bulls.
right now.
Yeah.
If I had to pick a point guard to
D-Rose.
start a team, I have to
D-Rose.
go D-Rose. You know D-Rose. If Miami had gotten a number 1 pick a certain year, we would have picked D-Rose instead of Michael Beasley. I'm just saying, it would have happened. Things like that happen.
The Bulls.
See? And Brando now is bragging rights.
Throughout
over the
this
Miami
race.
Heat for
Throughout
a
this
while.
town. Yes. Yes.
But,
Rose is a point guard, but he's not a true point guard. He's a
scorer.
He's a scorer.
yeah.
But I take nothing away from Rose because if LeBron don't win it, he should win it. The MVP this year. So, I mean, I think he's an awesome player.
At this point, I think D-Rose probably is going to get the MVP.
MVP award.
I think
so.
it depends on how the season finish off.
The NBA should not rule on popularity. Derrick Rose deserves the MVP. Point blank.
But I think they go with who have the best
Popularity, nigga.
Season. I think it's
That's what they do in the NBA. Because he's more popular, they give it to LeBron.
Well, we have about a minute left, so just anybody who stays out there and watches some games, let me run over some of the top games this week. That's tonight. You can look at Celtics and Jazz,
not
or
a big
maybe if you want to watch Hawks and the Nuggets. Or Tuesday, you could watch the White Howard head to New York. Well, actually, watch New York head to Orlando to play the Magic. And the Spurs play the Grizzlies. I know Wanda likes the Grizzlies. She likes that Shane Battier trade. Then on Wednesday, you could watch the Bulls and the Hawks, or the Hornets and the Knicks. Thursday, Magic and the Heat. If the Heat win that game, if the Magic win that game, I am divorcing the Heat for a week. That's it. Call it a wrap. Nuggets and the Jazz. On Friday, you have the Bulls and the Magic. Saturday, you have the Bobcats and the Trailblazers. That's Gerald Wallace playing his old team. And on Sunday, D-Rose comes to Miami. He's going to play against the Heat and the Lakers and the Spurs. I have the Spurs in that game.
Yeah,
Like
already
Spurs.
went two, eh? The Spurs
Yeah.
went two already. It's
Yeah.
clean sweep. Sweep the season. So they'll know they'll get in the playoffs.
And that's going to wrap things up for us. This is Beyond the Score. Of course, we'll be back with you next week, Monday, for another show.